That's who it was. You know, after your 40, you seemed pretty happy.
Yeah.
You know, what did he tell you? And what was your 40 that you were going to
Yeah, like, I've heard really just full 4.7s to high, even higher 4.4s. And then the highest I've heard was 4.51, I believe. So it's a lot faster than I've been running my career, obviously. But yeah, I told them that. They were real excited for me, real happy for me. And that's really what I've just been working for is this moment. And being able to post a good 40-yard dash time and things like that. So being able to come out here and do that, it just really just started things off on the right foot and really just boosted my confidence. And I was really excited for it as well.
And how much does that help you and help the draft stock in the future?
It helps a lot. Like I said, it was my biggest question mark with basically a majority of the NFL. Guys didn't know how fast I was going to run. I don't think anyone expected me to get in the 4.5s, to be honest. So, but yeah, so you know, posting the time like that, and you know, necessarily proving people wrong, and honestly, just you know, staying in my lane and making sure that I'm taking care of all the things I can take care of, and let it all just handle itself. That's what really paid off.
What other questions do we?
Here, DaeSean, what was the fastest you ran when you were out on stage?
Yeah, that's I think I ran was like mid 4.5s to high 4.5s, 4.6s when I was here at Penn State. So the training obviously really paid off, and yeah, I think. But the last time I ran was probably 2-3 years ago, I believe. So it's been a while.
What other question marks have teams had for you, and who have you heard from the most?
Really just the main question mark was just the speed, honestly. It was just how fast basically my straight line speed was. They knew I was going to be a guy that's quicker than fast and things like that. But really that was my biggest question mark amongst the majority of all the teams in the NFL. And then just really when you go through this process, you hear from almost every team. And then you know some teams you hear from more than others, but that, at the end of the day, at the end of April, that could still not matter. Or I could go to a team I never talked to. So it's a good mix of guys that I've talked to, you know, over and over again, like the Colts, Giants, Steelers, teams like that. But you know, like I said, at the end of the day, a whole different team come and get me.
How stressful was today, knowing that you didn't run at the combine, that this was going to be a chance to show some teams how fast you were?
It wasn't really stressful. It was more so just, you know, I just knew I had to be more focused than today. You know, at the combine, obviously, I didn't have the pressure of worrying about running my 40 there. But really, just as long as I went back to training and you know, I just dialed in and harped in on you know, running the fast 40 time. That's really the only thing I was necessarily worried about, and I just knew everything else.
How frustrating is that for you when you know what you can do on a football field, but they were looking at just time on a clock?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. It's politics, I guess. And you know, once one person says something, it's going to spread like wildfire, and everyone's going to take that and run with it. And you know, continue just trying to knock your game. But I guess that's how football is, regardless, though. But yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily frustrating. I just took it and didn't really say anything. I just bit the bullet, and I just kept working. Wasn't really worried about what everyone was saying about my straight line speed. I didn't even know what I was going to run because you don't really run 40s throughout your whole training process. You're just going to keep working, and then you surprise yourself. So I wasn't really worried about what everybody else was saying, and I just knew that, you know, on my pro day was when I was going to be able to show everybody.
It looked like Saquon and Mike were going to. It looked like Saquon and Mike were trying to congratulate you a little bit there. Did you wave them off?
Yeah, I didn't want to get too relaxed. Obviously at pro day, I didn't want them to tell me any good news and me thinking that okay, my day's over with. I just wanted to wait till the end of the day and see what the official time was, things like that.
DaeSean, what have these last 3 months been like for you, and how much do you think you've helped yourself over that time?
These last 3 months have been fun. You know, just going all across the nation really, and just competing against some of the top level guys in college football, and other guys are obviously trying to improve their draft stock and basically just compete against other guys like myself. So it's really been fun traveling a whole bunch of different places, learning, getting a taste of the NFL, what it's going to be like, just going through a whole bunch of different tests and things like that. So I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed competing with guys, competing with my teammates today, and competing with the guys I've been training with for the past 2 months, competing at the combine. So really, it's been fun to me just because all it comes down to is just competing and then just pushing yourself, because it's really just all about the individual at this point.
How much do you think you've helped yourself?
I hope I help myself a lot. Really, I've been trying to do all the things that people want me to do. Been trying to prove people right, or prove people wrong at the same time. So I feel like these last 3 months I've definitely impressed myself. I didn't expect myself to do this well, but other than that, I think really it's been a fun ride and I've enjoyed it.
What did you expect from yourself then?
To be honest, I don't know. I've never really guy that does all the tests and stuff or worry about the numbers. I just like to play football, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I just knew I was going to put my best foot forward and and really just rely on my training, rely on the last 2.5 months of all the things that I've been doing, and just put that all on display at the Combine and at Pro Day.
How do you think so many Penn State guys have tested well, either at the Combine or today?
Say, why do I think that?
Well, yeah, why is Penn State the team that...
Yeah, because I can say this by far, we're the hardest working team in college football for like the past 4 years. Ever since those sanctions said, you just see a whole different type of work ethic among, it starts off with a small group of guys and it starts getting contagious, and then everyone starts working that way. Then now you see guys like Saquon, Mike, and Troy, call them Trap. We see those 3 guys, put up big numbers. That just makes everyone else that's still at Penn State or people that are committed to Penn State, they want to be like them. So that's going to drive that work ethic. It's going to drive basically their goals and make them set a higher standard for themselves. So I just think, us, from how hard we've worked and how well we've performed, we've now set a standard that everybody's going to have to try and match what we've done before here. In these last 4 years here, where everybody's going to try and exceed that, and if they do that, then they're obviously on the right pace.
Deej got a lot of love on the NFL Network. Can you talk about the job he did preparing you to go into those later workouts?
Yeah, Big Deej, he's done a great job. He transformed me. He helped me become as strong as He helped me get stronger every single year I was in college. Some guys usually hit their peaks, by their 2nd and a half to 3rd year, but at least for me, he's helped me get stronger every single year. He's helped me get faster, helped me get quicker. And it's really just, he's not running us into the ground. He's making sure the training staff is taking care of our bodies. We're taking care of our bodies on our own time as well, and that he knows what guys need, what guys should be doing, and basically he adjusts his programs for the guys that need specific things for themselves. So I think Deej is doing a great job. He's done a great job. He's obviously done it for a long time, and it's worked for him a long time as well.
You said before the biggest question was the speed. You feel like you've answered that today. What is the big question now about DaeSean, or do you feel like you've taken care of all those now?
Relax? Yeah, nah, you can't really relax at all of this, especially in the NFL. So I don't plan on relaxing at all. But yeah, I don't know. There's probably still question marks that I'm not really worried about at this moment. And if I did answer the question, then I'll find out at the end of April if the team liked my 40 times a day, or if they didn't. So, but yeah, I think I might have answered a few questions, checked off a few boxes, but still more work to be done.
Where are you going to be the next 5-6 weeks?
I'm staying here just so I have a central location of like if I'm flying out for business or if I'm doing workouts here, things like that.
We always hear kind of horror stories about the Combine and how it goes. What was your take on it?
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough, basically 4 to 5 days. It felt like a month, but yeah, you really don't get any sleep there, and you're just really the majority of it, you're just standing around aimlessly, not knowing what you're doing, and then you end up talking to a lot of people. So that's really the harder part of it. The workout day, you're obviously already drained and your legs are tired and things like that. So it's really kind of hard, and it's built for us to not succeed. But obviously when you see guys from Penn State succeed, then we know there's something special here. But yeah, I'd say the Combine, like you've heard from everybody else, it's a rough experience, but it's not the worst thing.
Any questions catch you off guard or threw you off the line?
No, I didn't have any of those weird questions that you see all over social media. No, I had basically straightforward background questions like that.
Did you meet with Bill and the Texans at all?
No, the only time I saw Coach O'Brien was at the Senior Bowl. He was coaching. He was the coach of the other team, but we did like a team swap day at one of the last days of practice. So that was the only time I talked to Coach O'Brien, was for a quick second, said hello, cowed up a little bit, things like that. But other than that, that's it.
You think you made the right decision to run?